Hello, welcome to my next session on Azure fundamentals. Today we are going to cover concept related question, answers and their explanation. This is the fifth part of my video series. Let's get into the questions. The first question, the process of increasing computer capacity by adding instances of resources such as adding VMs to a configuration. This is called as elasticity, scalability, high availability, or agility. Vertical scaling or scaling up, which means increasing the capacity of the resource. For example, by using a larger virtual machine size, adding an additional VM in the configuration to support for demand is called as scalability. So the right answer for this question is B, scalability. Dash is a feature which can provide a continuous user experience with no apparent downtime, even when things go wrong. The options are elasticity, option B, scalability, C, high availability, option D, agilability. The right answer for this question is C, that is high availability. Scalability, uh, agility, elasticity are the wrong answer. Here, we have opted high availability, which minimizes the IT disturbance by providing business continuity of IT services through redundant, fault tolerant, or failed failover protected components very quickly, and the end user will not feel that some components have failed. And so, the option C is the correct answer. Next question, true or false? Data replication and geo distribution helps in to resolve disaster recovery. Option A, true. Option B, false. The right answer is true. That is option A. Because data replication will be really helpful during any IT disruptions and saves lots of time. It saves the data and also increase reputation of your firm during any disasters. Which of the following choices is not a benefit of using cloud services? Option A, scalability. Option B, disaster recovery. Option C, high availability. Option D, geographic location. Here, scalability, disaster recovery, high availability are the best benefit for the cloud services, whereas D is the odd one. Here, you can choose to create resources or the cloud resources or services in a single region. However, one of the primary advantage of the cloud computing is geographic distribution. So the odd one is geographic isolation, and that is the correct answer for this question. You have an on-premises network that contains several servers. Now you plan to migrate all the servers to Azure. You need to recommend a solution to ensure that some of the servers are available if a single Azure data center goes offline for an extended period. So what is this? Is it fault tolerance or elasticity or scalability or low latency? The right answer would be option A, that is fault tolerance. Azure fault tolerance is an ability for an operating system to respond to a hardware or software failure. So this ability of the system to continue operating despite failures or malfunction is referred as fault tolerance. That is one of the best feature of Microsoft Azure. Next question, your company hosts an accounting application named App1 that is used by all customers of the company. App1 has a low usage during the first 3 weeks of each month and very high usage during the last week of every month. Which benefit of the Azure cloud services support cost management for this type of usage pattern? Is it high availability or high latency or elasticity or load balancing? The right answer for this question is elasticity. The reason being, it is an ability to quickly expand or decrease a computer processing or memory or storage resources to meet the changing demands without worrying about capacity planning and engineering for peak usage. So that is the right answer. Next is true or false. A subscription groups together user accounts and the resources that have been created by those user accounts. Is it true or false? The right answer is true. The Azure account usually a global unique entity that gets you access to Azure services and your Azure subscriptions. You can create multiple subscription under an Azure account. Say for example, billing for billing purpose or for management purpose. In your subscription, you can manage resources in resource groups. And so every resource will have one or more number of resources attached. So here the right answer will be A. Next question, true or false? For each subscription, there are limits or to the quotas on the amount of resources that you can create and use. Is it true or false? The right answer for this question is true. Each subscription has a limit of close to 980 resource groups per subscription. It might vary over a period of time as we go along. So the right answer for this question is true, that is option A. Next question, again true or false. While creating Azure Active Directory resource, a user need to select a region of his or her choice. Is it true or false? The right answer will be option A, that is true. The reason is, while creating Active Directory resource, you need to provide organization name, its domain name, and the country or region name as an input. So the country or region info shall be selected from the combo selection box, and hence the right answer for this question is option A. And please note that there is a correction here. It is true. That is option A. Next is again true or false. Each availability zone is made up of one or more data centers equipped with independent power, cooling, and networking. The right answer for this question is option A. That's a correct answer. Again, there is a true or false answer question. Every region has support for availability zone. You have to select between true and false, and the option is B usually. However, the recent update is that every region has support for availability zone. And so that is a recent update from Microsoft, and you should have to select option A. True or false? Setting up availability zone for a data redundancy is free. Is it true or false? The right answer is false because it is chargeable. Redundancy ensures that your storage account meets its availability and durability targets even in the face of failures. There are two different types of data redundancy in Azure. Number one is local redundant storage, which is bit cheaper. And the other one is zone redundant storage, which is costlier compared to the local redundant storage. And so, in both the cases, it is chargeable. And for this question, the right answer will be false. Next question, how many availability zones are minimum per region? The right answer for this question among 2, 3, 5 and 1 is option B, that is 3. To ensure resiliency, a minimum of 3 separate availability zones need to be present in all availability zone enabled regions. And so 3 is the right answer. Again, true or false? Before any resource can be provisioned, you need to have a resource group for it in order to place that resource. Is it true or false? The right answer is true. Subscription info and resource group info are the two important things that you need to provide while creating a resource in Azure. And so the answer for this question is true. Next question, true or false? There could be a cost of duplicating your services and transferring the data between zones. Is it true or false? The right answer for this question is option A, that is true. The reason is Azure data transfers within the same availability zone is always free, while data transfer between two different availability zones now charged based upon the gigabyte of information that is being transferred. And so the option for this question is A, that is true. Next question is true or false? Planned Azure updates are rolled out to paired regions, one region at a time, to minimize downtime and the risk of application outage. Is it true or false? The right answer for this question is true. So, in order to minimize the downtime, the updates are going to be happen one after another. If the update is happening all together, in case of any issues, the end user will get into the trouble. And so Azure made it in such a way that the updates are going to happen one at a time. The right answer for this question is true, that is option A. Next is true or false? A resource can only be a member of multiple resource group. Is it true or false? The right answer for this question is false, that is B. While creating a resource in Azure, you need to select only one resource group using the combo box selection. Please note, a resource group can span across different locations. So the right answer for this question is option B, that is false. Next question, again true or false? Resources can be moved between resource groups. Is it true or false? The right answer for this question is option A, that is true. You can move Azure resources to either another resource group Azure subscription or another resource group under the same subscription. So the right answer for this question is true. Next question, which among the following is not usually a type of resource grouping? You can group a resource, is it by technology or by usage or by type or by location? Usually, for this question, the right answer would be technology, that is option A. The reason is by technology, by technology is the right option for this question. You can have a resource group by company location or resource usage such as testing or production. You can also have resource group by their types, say for example storage or analytical services, etc. For this question, technology is the odd one, and so that will be the right choice. Again, true or false question. If you delete a resource group, all the resources contained within it are also deleted. Is it true or false? The right answer for the question is option A, true. The reason is when you delete a resource group, first all the child or nested resources will be deleted. Next, if a resource manager if a resource manages another resource or set of resources, that will be deleted. Next, all the remaining resources will be deleted. Overall, When you delete a resource group, whatever the resources comes under that resource group will be automatically deleted. And so the right answer for this question is option A. That's all for today. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video and helpful for you for your certification as well as interview preparation. This is not the end of the session. We will continue one more session on the concept topic in my next video. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.